Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another stream on the From Picture to Building, where I turn my pictures that I got from my trip abroad into Minecraft builds. We're back here to finalize the build behind us, which we turned from this picture, as you can see over here, into this magnificent building over here. Now, what I want to do is do a roof, the sides, back, this side, and I also want to add like a fire escape, possibly as a detail, and on this side we can probably use some shrubbery, and on the back we can just keep it basic, possibly also some trees. So yeah, let's get started. Um, Over here, I'm just going to add these parts. I'm going to keep it a small gradient because I want to keep it as accurate to the perspective as possible. So from down below, we can't really see a very steep roof going up as if I were to do this. Because if I were to do that, it would be very more visible. So I have to keep it as slow of a slope as possible. And I want to go with something probably like this, maybe extend it to this part, and that will be our middle point. And if we stack this, we can easily just do this. And if we clone this and stack this, we can get that. So like that, we're already done with technically the roof. So what we have to do is texture the sides now. I'm gonna start by just doing this, some of the coral like we repeated over here to get this like rough texture, which I love using. It's really cool to just add that random texture and color. Could possibly also add a crack in the wall like we did over here. So we want to do that. This possibly, and just like do this but like flipped. So if we had that, do this. And in the middle here, we can have a crack. So what did we use in here? Use some of this, that. Definitely we use some of this. So we'll just repeat the dripstone again. So for this, let's see, will it show? No, not really. So if we put one over here, and then put 2 bricks. And then of course, we can paint over this using that. Let's put some cobblestone. And then some more of this. We can use some of these. And some of this. I want to use this a lot more here. And then we have to make like a downward gradient to show the shadow, because I want to keep it as flat as possible to kind of show that it's run down and more realistic compared to a normal Minecraft build. What we can do here is also use some clay in certain parts. I think if we do this here, possibly one here, then keep on making this go up. We can use andesite to drive it more into that color. Then we can start by using some of this as our darker gradient part. We gotta extend this by one more. Can use some of that. Just quick place. So like that, we're just forgetting about the blocks. We're just thinking about how it will look in actual composition. Like a nice little crack over here. Then of course, when we put the glass and the details, it'll look way more better. We can put our things here. Let's get this over here. We can fill in these gaps. just do that there, that over here. Then we can mix more of this in, that over. And we can use some of our coral to blend it even more. And then we can always use some of our stained glass. Turn off some of this. We can just do that. Actually, I think if we just keep it like this, drive it all the way down, can blend it better. Then in this part, we can also do this and work our way down, where we can see over here from a back. It's not too bad if we maybe scale this better. So like that, we have this facade. So from here, looks quite nice, and we have quite a nice composition. Isn't that nice and lovely? What I forgot to use is some of these bricks, right? So we can put these here, and let's just break some of this so we can have their composition. And like that, we have, yeah, it's quite nice. Now, what we can do, I think I want to remove this part over here and put concrete. So just like that, that looks quite nice, yes. Now, what I do want to actually try is maybe we can do some graffiti instead of a tree and make it look like a form of graffiti, like a nice design with the glass that we're using, possibly white. Let's see what we can do. Over here, we'll have like, you know, how they make like tags and whatever. We can just like blend that in. Maybe get something better like a green color. And blend in maybe some ores to look like the dripping parts. It's a nice little detail. Maybe if we put like a yellow part over here. And possibly we can use lime just to blend that even more. So like that, it looks like, you know, some spray paint or like loose paint that's been like splashed on the building. Possibly, I'm not sure how that looks exactly. On the side, it's not too good, but from here, it's not too bad either. Maybe if I move the yellow, because I think that's too bright, just keep it like that. Maybe swap it out for some glue. Maybe we can make it more contrasting. Yeah, I can do that. It's not too bad. If I think we put another one, maybe over here we can do one in orange or maybe a green or two. And then we could do like some terracotta. so that we get like an S pattern. So like that, we have like two little details, add like a pop of color to the side. And I think on this side, now we have to copy this side too. So if we were to do clone and clone this side, flip it and do that. I think I want to just remove these, to be honest. Oh, that got collapsed. Now we can use our Tinker tool. Right, better actually. Just copy and paste that. And copy and paste that. What are we doing? So, oh yeah, right there. And we're good again. Nice. I think I'm gonna remove this, maybe push it to a different point. Maybe if you want to do the crack over here, you put some over here, there, that. That's right there. I think it does make it look weird. I think if we just keep it how it was before, it's not too bad either. Now over here, I want to make it look like a fire exit. So actually, let's quickly put up these. And we'll put the stained glass after we do the fire exit, just so we know where it's going to actually have stuff. So what I want to do is, I'm going to use some of these. And these, some grates, chains too. And these. And what we can do is make a convincing fire exit. Just like that. Exactly. See if we can use the smear tool. And on this part, we do one of these. And I think we can connect over here to put the actual, where is it? We need a stair. Just use these to make a door or a fire exit. Actually, if I raise this one more, let's use one of these. So that we have a convincing entrance, and we can technically 4 pairs of windows, 3 technically. So if that went to there, this could go under here. Another door could go under here. Just so the bottom floor has a way to exit. And then, if we were to attach these down. They'd have a way. We can also put one of these too. And some of this. And if we were to remove the races down below, should we remove that? Now we can do an extra part, so it will go out a bit. Not sure whether I do it. Let's try to do that. And I were to use the smear again. Let's see how that would come. So like that, we can also repeat this again. Okay, now this does run into one of these, so maybe if we were to move, let's see what we can do. I mean, we could change the door on this level, seeing it's the last one. Let's erase it another floor, so it's not only the last one, and we could do that, maybe a level. To do that, we'll have to put something dark, so it looks like shadow. We close that. We got that. I think we can do the same over here. Though I do like the spruce, it does actually look way better than the acacia. But it's what we have to work with. And this one we can use trapdoor. Well, maybe that looks better. It's not too bad. And then we can do this. So you get that look. Not sure about the bottom floor, whether they actually need one, to be honest. Technically, this has no door on. So I'm not sure where they're actually meant to enter into this building, seeing that I've never really seen it actually in person. I'm inventing majority of this stuff, like the fire exit and whatnot. But of course, this is open to interpretation. Minecraft is always a game for creativity and the freedom of the mind. But I don't know whether there should be a door, maybe to the side. So I don't think that would continue anywhere. Or maybe that's a gate. It could be a gate. Could do like a small little fence, possibly, to resemble that. If we were to use these. That's not what I wanted to do. Finish that. We can finish this all. Imagine they go up here. And we can copy this to here and raise this once again. Of that. And we can get a wall and attach it to all of the sides like that. Actually, I want this one over there, one under here, and above, like that. Like that, we got fine. Now I don't know what I do for railings, to be honest, because these won't come too well. I don't want to repeat these. So what I could do is just use signs or shelves. Let's see, I haven't really actually used shelves. It's quite surprising. I use shelves quite a lot in my builds. So if I were to do these, only thing they're not hollow, and I like to have that like great feeling. So if I were to just do they don't connect, that's the problem. So I think I just do this part. No, I'm going to keep it like this just for the aesthetic reason. Of course, in a real life case scenario, they would have railings. But like this, I don't think we've done a bad job. Maybe even curve this around. Could actually make it look functional by adding a desire path. We get some gravel. Use some suspicious gravel too. On this part, we can see, how much people times have used this and whatnot. Get this desire path leading over to here. And we can curve this around as if it's the entrance. What I want to do actually is possibly use. It's gonna be something quite abstract, but I think it might look good if we get a pumpkin stem. So where are the seeds? I need some tilled farmland, tilled, whatever I called it. And like that, need some bone meal. And we need to curve it around something. Where's the pumpkin? I've seen this trick before. I want to make like an arch kind of. So if I get okay, bone meal. This time I think it should connect. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What is it that I have to do to make it connect? So maybe if I could. Ah, I have done it. So now, if I want, I can flip that, and we've got an arch. Isn't that lovely? Now, all I want to finish with is put some more of these around, just around that. We put this there. Seeing this is abandoned, what I want to do is maybe make it look like this has been used a bunch, so it's broken. Open. And I want to put some candles. I can find them, some of these to get those. That's the grass again. Them look like a decorated fence, ornate, if you can say that. And like that, we have our fence. I think I want to add some of these instead, maybe some weathered, less weathered. So if I were to do this, place some of these like that. Just so we get that like old abandoned look. And of course the back is just same. Well, technically we could just copy this surface if we wanted to. See how that goes, because of course we have the windows, which we have to remove. If we were to just don't back on. And like this, we can just like reuse this texture. Actually, not, let's maybe not use that. Could use this, put some of these again. Of these. Put some of that, those. And in the bottom ones, I just want to some of this. And like that, put some of this, texture it. And I'm gonna add the glass now. I think if we just put same glass, we'll just do that. Just do this just so we can have all of that in a way. Flip it, that, we can remove this. And remove these. Like that, I copied the front and it still looks good. Now I wanna, just because I added these parts, put some of this. You can actually stick that. Just make it more blended in. And we have to add some of these. And on this side, we can add our little shrubbery that we lost. So this. On this side, I just want to add a quick bit of bushes. Should see some of this. And we can also just add this as if it's like a tree trying to grow. And I think we have finished this building. That is wonderful, everyone. I hope you had a nice time watching. Just one last spin. We have the front with the arches. As we turn around, we have our fire escape, which goes all the way. We have this nice little arch that I really like how I made with the candles to look like an ornate fence. The back is still looking good, even though it's literally just copied. So at the same time, it's all a full case build. And as we turn on the around, we see the side with spots of like graffiti or spray paint, these bushes, a crack in the wall, and a sprouting tree. I hope you like this live stream and I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, there are more pictures to come from. I had a lot more in the album that I took throughout my trip. So there's more to come with these live streams and I hope you had a great time. See you all in the next one.